Howdy, y'all. So, I didn't think I would be doing a question answer video this early on, but wow, there have been a lot of questions. And I had a lot of videos in the pipeline for when foraging started, but I've used them all. And on YouTube, it said that a Q&A is a quick, easy video to get out there. And I'm working currently on a better science video because I'm still getting a lot of questions about ibotenic acid. So that one's currently in the works. And I get asked a lot of questions and I'm trying to answer them, one at a time, but I thought, well, I'll make one anyway. Also, I don't know, I'm not good at editing, so I don't know how to screen capture and then put it on top of a video, because I'm still on iMovie on my phone. So it's like the kindergarten version of editing software. So I'm gonna try to get on iMovie on my laptop and figure all that out. So until I can do that, they're written on, I've been keeping notes. So let's get to it. What is my educational background? So when I went to college, it was gonna be in broadcasting and journalism, and I changed it pretty quickly when I started taking science. I wanted to be a teacher, so I did education first. And first I got my degree in middle school, high school education, secondary, and in science. And then I stayed in school and added a degree in early childhood through elementary education. And then I stayed in school. My cats are in here. Y'all, come on. Please, stop, Hannah. Oh my God, they've got the zoomies. Okay. I went back, I stayed in school. I really liked school. So I stayed in college and I went back and I got health and physical education. So by the time I graduated, I had 3 college degrees. And then I wanted to do pre-med. And I had sort of taken pretty much all the classes I needed except for some. But I needed to graduate and get to work. And at the time, I was so broke, I didn't have the money. You had to pay for your diploma. And I was so broke, I didn't even buy textbooks my whole last year of school. So I didn't have the money to pay for all those diplomas. So technically I only have 2 bachelor's degrees, but I earned 4. Then I got a job teaching high school science. And then I went back to school and I took a year of chemistry, a year of physics. I started organic chemistry, but I had to work when the classes were offered and I wasn't doing well. So after the first one, I just didn't take anymore because it would be a waste of money. Anyway, that's my educational background. Mostly I have cared the most about the human body, cell physiology, how biochemical processes work in the body, and DNA, genetics. And then I went from there into neurology, my interest in neurology, psychology, and how the two work together. And that leads really well into entheogen use and the chemistry behind entheogens and all that. That was a long answer. Okay, how old are you? Nope. Will you marry me? Nope. But thanks. You're not running experiments. When are you going to run experiments? What experiments are you running? So I didn't have any Amanita running experiments on until a couple of weeks ago, and I just got them all dried and put away, and my house is still trashed, and it's the holidays, and I'm real into the holidays. So I'm not going to be doing anything for all of December. My children's birthdays, all of that stuff. I got a long time. There's lots of stuff going on. So hopefully in January I will be getting to it. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to run and in what order. I'm glad you care. I can't wait. Do I have a job? I'm kind of retired from it, but I was a high school science teacher and then I had to quit because my son was born with autism and more severe than just mild. And I knew I could do better teaching him at home. So I homeschooled my children, and then I became an author of educational books for teachers, mostly in chemistry, and I did that. I only recently quit doing that because I just really wanted to focus on my hobbies and my life. So I live off the residual royalties of that, and I do a little bit. I used to do construction work. I really enjoy that work, and flipping houses. And so I still have a little bit of land money from that, but that's going away very fast. And so are the royalties. So my income is dropping every month. Let's see. I am in it for the money. Shame on me for selling merch. This should be about the spirituality, not the merch. Your merch sucks. Why are you selling made in China crap? So when I first started the channel, obviously I just did it. I got the video about why I started the channel. And then pretty quickly I realized it's going to take money to do what I want to do. A lot of money. And I needed gear. I still don't have any gear and all that stuff. And someone mentioned you should sell some merch. I would buy it. So I learned how to do that. And I got that up there. And then someone said, why aren't you on Patreon? And then someone else said it. Then someone else said it. And I'm like, oh, I can't ask for money. And they're like, you need to do it. You need to do it. So I started watching videos about Patreon. And I'm like, okay. I did Patreon. That's been a pretty cool thing. And some people have just said, isn't there a way for me to just give you a tip? Like give you money one time? And I thought, okay, I'll sign up to Venmo. I can't remember what else, but it's all been you guys driving it, which is so funny when people shame me for selling merch. It's like, we demand that you do all this work for free. Like, okay, do you go to work for free? And it's not that I want to make money off of it. I just want it to actually buy me gear. And like my computer recently died, and I had to use family money to get another one and get me back up and running. And I want to go to Colorado and do psilocybin. I don't have the money for that. So whatever I make on the channel will be going right back to the channel. I don't like selling made in China merch, but if you got to have some t-shirts, they're pretty much all going to be made in China. Why not make it one of mine? But I buy local, and I buy from local artisans, and I believe in having fewer things, and what things you have, they're quality. But I still do sometimes have to be on the grid and buy the corporate stuff and cheap stuff. But anyway, that hurts when people shame me for wanting to make some money to put back on the channel, or for selling the merch. But most of y'all are really cool about it. Do you do other entheogens? No, but I want to. They're illegal, and I really value my freedom because I love my children and I want to be here to raise them. And I happen to live in a place that loves to arrest people, so I'm just not even willing to do it and fly under the radar and do it. And I certainly wouldn't do it and have a public channel all about entheogens. I mean, that would just be inviting them to just come arrest me, you know? Like, there's just no way I would do illegal, stupid shit. No. But I wish they were legal. They should be legal. If they were legal, my answer would be absolutely yes. Am I vegan? Well, I tried for about 3 months, a couple of years ago. I took all the supplements. Obviously, I know my body. I know the nutrition. Knew what I was doing. It just didn't work. I got really miserable, depressed, lethargic, couldn't think, just foggy brain, had no muscle tone, just slept all the time. It was pretty rough. And as soon as I ate meat again, it was like I got my body and my life back. And my belief is that we should eat according to our DNA, that we go back millions of years, and different humans have had to live in different places on the planet where their DNA was evolving with what was in their area. So that's why the paleo diet works for some people, the fish diet works for some people, veganism works for some people, and then all that stuff not for other people. Just totally making up this theory. I don't have any proof. It's just something I think. I'm trying to be a guru. Well, you know what? When you look on YouTube at all the people that really are trying to be gurus, like, it's pretty clear that's what they're doing. I don't claim to know anything about anything other than my background in science, but I'm still learning about Amanita. And so I am qualified to share the science. But I'm absolutely not qualified to be a guru. And I would have to be willing to share my spiritual self, and I am not. Then the opposite attacks and questions. Have I seen a shaman? What's wrong with you? How do you not understand about infusions, that it's all about the spirituality? You need to look inside yourself. You really need to do a spiritual journey. You really need to start meditating. You really need to learn there's more to it than science. I have a very deep and profound relationship with this mushroom that I am not willing to discuss publicly. Maybe that will change in the future. It goes very deep. It's broad. It blows my mind. And as a science person, if I spoke some of the stuff that I feel is very real for me, people would think I'm a nut, and they wouldn't pay attention to the science. And I need scientists and I need their help. But I have to admit, with all of my science background, once I started using this mushroom, a whole different world opened up. And it's just a world I don't want to share. But before you tell me what I need to do and what I need to know, you would need to know what I do and what I already know. And you don't, because I'm not going to share it. Why do I dress so funny? Why is my hair a mess? Why don't I put on some makeup and have some self-respect? Why do I talk like that? Well, first of all, I talk like that because I'm in the southeast of the United States, and I actually enunciate really well. Compared to most people around here, a southern accent is very deep and twangy. But also, with my autism, I'm very out of step. I can hear that what's coming out isn't how I'm wanting it to come out, but I've been that way my whole life. I'm just used to it. But I've also been made fun of it my whole life. So thanks for that, those of you that made fun of it. But also, I look like this because it's sort of an autistic thing that we just dress funny. It's not weird to me. I like how I dress. It's comfortable. But when I need to dress right or dress nice, I have to pay somebody at a store to dress me because I don't know how. What are my plans for the channel? Get through the holidays, and there's a lot more science I need to discuss because the questions just keep coming, and I'm getting a better idea of what it is most of you need to understand. So I'm working on that, and I want to go to some other places and interview people, and I want to run experiments, but I also want to do some more discussions on the emotional side of this thing, on PTSD, on panic and anxiety, meditation, all that stuff. The videos that do well versus more chemistry, a lot of the videos that are doing the best are the ones that really focus on how to prepare it, how to use it, how to be careful with it, that kind of thing. And then the ones that do the second best are ones where I go off into theorizing and talking about the journey and the spiritual side of it. So there is a need for me to get into that more. I've just got to figure out how I can do that in a safe way. Yeah. Do I play video games? I used to play Assassin's Creed, but it's been a couple of years. But now I play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and I am Amanita on there. And if you want to friend me on the game, I will put my game code, friend code, in the description. If I don't friend you immediately, it's because they limit how many friends you can have over there. But people are dropping off all the time, so I'll keep adding as people drop off. Why do I keep saying watch my other videos when people ask questions? I get that asked a lot. They say, yeah, I saw that, but, yeah, but. Because the messages have taken over my life. Comments, messages, everything. And at one point I was spending up to 6 hours a day answering comments and questions. And I really had to pull back. My family was suffering. And I was just trying to answer those questions in videos so that I didn't leave you hanging. I've been on channels where the owner of the channel was just nowhere to be found, and they ignored everybody, and I don't want to be like that. I want to help. So I made the videos so that the bulk of the questions have videos for you, and so I can say check out this video, and most of the time that's helping. And I use the questions to make more videos. How can you get in touch with me? Probably half the questions I get are that. I'm getting a lot of requests to do podcasts and be involved in projects. And I just don't have time. Or the podcast doesn't match me or what I'm doing. Or I don't even know yet how to define what I want to do. My mission statement, the edges of my channel, and what its focus is, and where I'm going to be going, and all that. I'm still trying to work that out. So I'm not going to be doing anything public until I've been in this long enough to know what my answers to those questions are. As far as me being your personal friend, I am absolutely certain some of you out there and I would be great friends. But I don't have room and I don't have time. I barely have time for the friends I do have, or my family, or myself. But I appreciate it, and I'm sorry I just can't open up channels of communication, or I would stay on my phone constantly because I love to communicate. It's a problem. Okay, that's everything. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for engaging with me and for all your questions. Support my channel. This logo is available in all colors, all shirts. It's the holiday season. I have holiday merch. I have Patreon. I have the tip jar. Links are in the description. We have a forum. Link is in the description. All of the research is on my Facebook page. Link in the description. Happy holidays. I go live every solstice. So whichever solstice is coming up, winter or summer, I will be going live. As I make this, the next one is the winter solstice on December 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope I answered all your questions. If you have more, put them in the comments below. Bye.